Today we have Ricky Caspi with us, and she's the cooking professor, specializing in Middle Eastern cuisine and Moroccan. So you are going to be making us a tremendous dish today.
Pastilla.
Pastilla.
It's a celebration dish. You make it really for special occasions when you want to impress people. And when you take it out, it has the wow factor dish. Definitely.
You're promising that.
I promise.
And it's a way to make chicken like really special.
Well, I don't need to use a lot of flavoring because Mount Barker chicken has so much flavor already. So it just needs to put a few things together.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
do
started.
it. So first step for this dish is to cook the beautiful Mount Barker free-range chicken. And truly, when you use this chicken, you get all these big flavors. This local West Australian business produced the best chicken you can get. And as you can see, there is hardly any fat. It's small thighs, and I will be sure that I'm going to get these beautiful flavors. So once you cut your chicken into strips, you need to mix it with some olive oil and spice mix. Today I'm going to use the Ras El Hanout, which is Moroccan spice mix, and that will give it a nice, rounded, delicious flavor. So that's the Ras El Hanout. For 1 kilo of chicken, you need 2 tablespoons. Mix it with some olive oil, as you can see here. And the beautiful thing about it, when you cook it, there is not much fat going into your food. So for me, that's a big bonus. Just put it in a baking tray. And that will go into the oven like so for about half an hour, 180 degrees. So for my next step, I need to caramelize the onion. That will give me a nice onion sweet flavor, which is important for this dish. And I'm going to slice my onion this way. And put it in a pan with a little bit of oil and some sugar and salt. And I'm going to make sure I get this beautiful golden color, which gives it this sweetness that I'm looking for. Onions will be cooked on high heat. That's the only way you really can caramelize it. So that will cook for about 15 minutes, and then wow, you get this beautiful sweet onion, which will add a lot of flavor to my dish. While this one is cooking, I'm going to chop some coriander, fresh coriander. That will be a nice addition, fresh green addition to my chicken. Just chopping it quite rough. Stalks and all, you don't want to miss out on the flavor of the stalks, which has the quantity, the crunch, and all the flavor. So quite rough like that. Don't forget your onions, they are cooking. Give it a quick stir once in a while. And I can see they're getting this beautiful color already. And that's what you want. Okay, I already had some boiled eggs, and I'm going to grate them into a big dish. And as you can see on the big side of your grater, you just grate it straight in. Less dishes, by the way. And again, back to your onions. See how they're getting this lovely golden color? Keep cooking it, don't stop now. We really want to get to the stage they are sweet, caramel, golden color. And that's really important for this dish. So eggs are in, coriander will go in. We're now creating all the levels of the flavors we want to get. And here I've got some roasted slivered almonds that will give me a nice crunch, which is really important for any dish. You want the texture. So I'm going to have some almonds in. My onions are getting there. And I've got here the onions that I cooked previously. It's now cold. You must cool down your onions and your chicken. You can't use them hot when you have them mixed together. So that will go all in. And here I've got the chicken, which is cooked and cooled down. And now I'm going to cut it into small pieces. Lovely, I can see it's fully cooked. You can tell by the color. Again, back to your onions. Don't forget them. You can see how they're getting there. It will take about 5 more minutes and then, ta-da, caramelized onions. Okay, this beautiful chicken dish is nearly done. Okay, I think that's done. I've got my chicken in and now I'm going to give it, as you can see here, a good mix. So we have the green with the coriander, we have the yellow, the white, all these beautiful colors mixed together. And of course, the king of the show, free-range Mount Barker chicken. That's it. My onions are ready. I'm going to cool them down for my dish. Okay, so that's ready, guys. Don't forget to taste it to make sure it's delicious before we start putting all the pastilla dish together. Because this is the last chance to make sure that it tastes delicious. Okay, for my next stage, I need a tin that has removable bottom, like that. You need melted butter with a pastry brush and phyllo pastry, which has this thin layers of pastry. You can actually see through. See? Can you see me? You can see through. Can you? Anyway, you brush your phyllo pastry with generous amount of butter. And by the way, this is not the time for diet. This is the time to enjoy. So we have 4 layers of phyllo pastry, one on top of the other. Each one of them will be brushed with some melted butter. It's really easy to work with phyllo pastry as long as you don't freeze it. That's a good tip to have. Don't freeze or don't buy any frozen phyllo pastry. That makes life very difficult. Okay, so that's our first stage. We fold it in half and you put it in the bottom of your tin, like so. Ta-da! There. Okay, you keep brushing 3 more layers of phyllo. And then you just put it on top, like so. Make sure you tuck the pastry in. Then 3 more layers and we finalize the beautiful chicken pastilla. So now I'm actually building up all the layers of the phyllo pastry, which will end up to be nice, crispy and golden. And once you eat it, it will flake out and make a big mess. But that's what we want. All right, now the chicken mix is going in. As you can see, the beautiful Mount Barker free-range chicken cooked with ras el hanout, boiled potatoes, fresh coriander and the almonds for the crunch. Don't forget that. Now, when you put your chicken mix in, don't forget to add some spinach leaves on top, because that will give me a nice fresh flavor. And then you just fold it over like that. it doesn't have to be neat. As you can see, it's a bit messy, but the end result will be wonderful, glorious. And for the last final stage, we are now going to build out the crown. That's what makes it so impressive. The crown will be nice, golden, crunchy, and delicious. I love this crunchiness in my food. Okay, so that's the technique I use to create the crown. I just build it up around this dish like that. And look, that's the technique. You just push it in, fold it, and put it around your pastilla like that. So as you can see, you build up some height. You want it to be impressive, so it has to be high and not flat. And can you imagine this white filo pastry becoming golden? Golden is a good color for food. It's very attractive. It's very tempting. And that will go into the center, and I'll see how I'm just folding it. See how it's getting higher? And that's the bit before you put it in the oven. It will take about 20 to 25 minutes in an oven 180 to get this beautiful color. Don't forget to check halfway, it might be ready. And there it is. Ta-da! A good tip to take it out of the tin, take a little bowl and just put it in the center, drop. And then you remove it to your favorite platter, the one that you are going to serve it with. You put it in the center, but you don't cut it before everyone saw it. So you take it to the table, you show off, ta-da! And then, only then, you cut it. All right. Can you hear? This crispiness, you can hear it. Oh yeah. Wow, looks good. Now, Jane, would you like to taste it?
I sure would.
Here we go. Let's have a little taste. Look at
Okay.
that, it looks good.
Okay,
And
how
it's
about I taste a little bit in the front here? Just
And I'll
get the
taste
easy
the
bit.
back.
That's right. I've got to get some of this phyllo because it's so nice
You
and
need to
crisp.
get the chicken.
Of course,
That's the
chicken
main
and
part.
the phyllo and just the. Oh, that is beautiful. And it's unusual flavors. Like I've never really had that combination with chicken before.
That's what I want. I want to introduce
Something
people to
special.
something special. Something
So
new
worth the
that
effort.
everyone will like.
So worth
And you
the
know
effort.
which one I like? The crispy bit.
I like the chicken. How just beautiful it looks.
Sensational.
Like I've never seen anything like that before.
Look at the layers. You can see the chicken, you can see the spinach, you can see all the green coriander, which is nice and fresh, still fresh. And can you taste the almonds?
I can
you
taste
have
a bit of everything.
ev-
The different textures.
It's a good
and the
mixture.
Flavors.
I agree. And
Beautiful.
the look of it. It's sensational.
Beautiful. Well done. Thank
Delicious.
you, Ricky.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to have Mount Barker in my plate, so I'm very pleased.
I
Pastilla
should think so.
for your special occasion.
Any special occasion.
Yeah,